And Myanmar leader Aung San Suu Kyi, in a latest statement, has blamed terrorism for a huge iceberg of misinformation on the strife in the northwestern state of Rakhine. The de facto leader responded to growing international criticism by attacking fake news about the plight of Rohingya Muslim. Myanmar's National Security Advisory, Thong Chun, also condemned that in what he called the misinformation campaign being waged around the world.
Deeply disappointed and saddened by the disinformation campaign being waged around the world with regard to these fabricated news items are written and published with the intent to mislead the public. They are patently false and cannot be accepted.
Aung San Suu Kyi has come under growing pressure to halt the clearance operations by security forces in the Rakhine state. In a rare letter to the UN Security Council, the Secretary General of UN, Antonio Guterres, warned that the operations in Myanmar could verge of ethnic cleansing in order to block UN censor. And Myanmar is now playing a diplomatic card by negotiating with China and Russia over the violence that has forced an exodus of nearly 150,000 Rohingya Muslims to Bangladesh in less than just 2 weeks. Myanmar's National Security Advisor, Thong Chun, in fact said that Myanmar was counting on China and Russia, both permanent members of the Security Council, to block UN resolution on the crisis. However, Russia has said that it would like to see the situation calm down. Meanwhile, in Bangladesh, the misery for the Rohingya community continues. WION's Bangladesh Bureau Chief Saad Ahmadi gets us the latest about their condition in the camps at Cox's Bazar in the far end of the southern borders of the country.
This is just a stretch of the Cox's Bazar roads, and I've stopped by here to find only Rohingyas stopping and sitting in these tree sides and roadsides, waiting to be able to find some home in the makeshift camps that are being built in various parts of this district in Cox's Bazar, mostly in Kutupalong and Ukhiya and places like this in the bordering states. So these people will remain like this, confined in the Cox's Bazar area, unless and until they're taken back by the Myanmar authorities. The Bangladesh government will not let them mingle or mix with the people of Bangladesh, so that they remain isolated, in the hope that Myanmar would someday take them back to their homeland. Many Rohingyas have been starving for days as they traveled. This truck that you see has brought in relief for the Rohingya people who are standing and sitting on the roadside, on the tree side. They've thronged to this truck to be able to get something for them. Some of them will get, some of them will not get, and that is how they're jumping into these places on the street, risking their lives so that they can get something from these people who are bringing in reliefs. There are humans, there are civilians, humanitarian aid agencies who are bringing these relief effort for these people. But then there is no coordinated effort, and in the absence of a coordinated effort, not everyone is getting the right share of what they wish to get. Many of the Rohingyas have fallen ill after having walked miles to reach to safety.
People have suffered from hunger, dehydration and lack of sleep as they walked for 3 days and nights. The villagers, MSF and village doctors are providing them with primary treatment and care. I
have sought shelter with friends who have travelled here. I have left my home, property and everything only to save my life. Some people have not been able to make any home here and are staying under open sky, and some will probably die short of food.
The recent influx of nearly 123,000 Rohingya has forced the Bangladesh government to make a new camp for the Rohingya. I'm right now at the Thainkali village that is just 2.5 kilometers away from the border that Bangladesh shares with Myanmar. Behind me are the makeshift camps being built that you see by the Rohingya minority community, who have fled in thousands in recent weeks due to the persecution they have been facing in their homeland in the northern Rakhine state in Myanmar. The Bangladesh government has decided to provide them a makeshift camp in this village until a resolution is brought in place and they're repatriated and recognized in their homeland. Many of them have built these plastic sheds and thatched huts to make their new home until they can go back to their territory. Some of them have lost their senses due to the dehydration that they have suffered from walking for days from their homeland to all the way in Bangladesh. At the Tainkali village, Saad Hamadi, WION.